Dear Diary, it's often said that life is the result of your choices, and for a long time I was ashamed of my life. But today I've decided to leave the shame and guilt behind and to lay myself bare. Today I've decided to turn my pain into strength. This is my story. For a very long time, as far back as I can remember, I often thought that life wasn't on my side. I often took it out on myself because I was told that I complained too much and that there were worse things in life. And it's true. Sometimes the greatest pain is silent, but what you hide will be what destroys you later on. For a long time, I felt misunderstood, not heard, sometimes despised. And even today, it's strange to bear so much. Sometimes I ask myself, what's the point in doing all this? As far back as I can remember, I've always suffered rejection. I've always felt bad about myself. When I was little, I remember being a happy little girl who liked to make other people laugh, but who was lonely. I knew I had a lot to offer, like my good humor, my spontaneity, and my whole character, but that didn't seem to be enough. As far back as I can remember, I can still see that nursery school in that wooden hut at the back of the playground, calling out to children playing in the distance. No one came. The years went by. I wasn't suited to school or society. I wasn't necessarily stupid, but it didn't go away. Maybe one day, everything would change. I was waiting for that one person from nowhere who would come to my defense against the bullying I was getting at school. I was waiting for that one man who would come out of nowhere and cleanse me of all my failed relationships. I was waiting for this success as a revenge, which would make all the predictions that I was a loser from the start lie. Nobody came. This ocean of disappointment, powerlessness, and frustration plunged me into a black hole of depression. Then, one autumn evening, my body stopped working. Cancer. According to the doctors, my body went haywire. A cell went completely mad and, like a poison, began to grow exponentially. But through my illness, I found myself faced with a choice. Either perpetuate this cycle of abuse and failure in my life, or quit. Yes, I gave up the fight. I gave up looking for love in the arms of men. I gave up looking for validation. I closed in on myself to create a framework that I'd been missing and to create something according to my own rules of the game. It's not easy every day, but step by step I'll get there. So I created a soul shelter so that you don't have to suffer anymore, so that your pain can be welcomed and you can receive valuable advice that will echo your story, so that you too, who are going through the same difficulties, can have the opportunity to be listened to, valued, and reassured. Life can be tough, but you choose not to be part of it. Make a difference. Abdicate.